Are you sick and tired of your GPS losing signal? Are you really? Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. You pay $2,000 for it and you think it's going to be magic. You can go anywhere with it and get fixed positions, centimeter level, survey grade accuracy with my $2,000 RTK GPS receiver that I just bought. No, it doesn't work that way. No. Why do you think some receivers cost $30,000 per receiver? $2,000 is not going to do the same thing as a $30,000 receiver. I've got news for you, and I hate to be the one to tell you, but I'm going to be the one to tell you. You saved money. You did a good job doing that, but now you can't deliver what you want to deliver. And the engineers are going to catch on and they're going to go, no, it's not good enough, Tyler. I'm sorry, but it looks pretty crappy and it's not close. You know, we're getting 30 feet between the hydrant and this stormwater lid, and you're showing us 35 feet. That's the first incorrect measurement. Where's the next one? You can't use your data for measuring. They don't want to use that for design or construction stakeout or anything. It might make a pretty picture, but what's that worth? You want to be able to deliver data that they can use for design, planning, measurements, estimations, construction layout and stakeout, damage prevention 5 years later, as-builts. I mean, you know how to locate utilities. They paid you a very pretty penny for it. Why are we not doing a good job surveying and mapping it? You know, why are we spending money on the cheapest solution that we can to save money on the front end to just not make money in the back end? You're saving money on your mapping products, and then when your customers see your deliverables, you're going to lose money because they're not going to call you again to do that work. They might not even call and hire you to do the locating, because if another company can do that, survey and mapping of the utility locating, who are they going to call? You got company A that locates utilities, and you got company B that locates utilities. But company A uses sub-meter GPS, and they can't trust the data and the positions. You got company B who uses GPS the right way with the better product that stays fixed anywhere and everywhere, who took training on how to use it, tie their positions down to state plane coordinates, to project control, to proper horizontal and vertical datums. Everybody's trained. They have support from a company who does this. They're confident. They know how to take calls and answer questions on, hey, why is this? Why is that? Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Hey, can you survey this job? We need it located and surveyed next week. Sure, $10,000. Knock it out in 5 days. That is the beauty of the Basin Rovers that we sell at Centerline Mapping. That's the beauty of using a product that works. You're not going to save money on products and then deliver the same results. You're saving money on the front end, and it's costing you in the back. Woohoo! We saved a lot of money on our RTK GPS. Now we can survey and map all of our data, all of our points, all of our paint. We can survey and map now. We're a surveying and mapping company. Woohoo! We only spent $2,000. Wow, we saved so much money. You send that file to the engineer and you let him take a look at it, let his field crew take a look at it, and when your measurements are off, guess what they're going to do? They're not going to hire you anymore. They're going to tell you your data is junk, and they're just going to have their own people survey and map it, and you're going to miss out on $3,000 worth of work a week. That's a little bit of embarrassment. Now you don't even get to use the $2,000 receiver that you bought because nobody wants you to use it on their jobs. Would that not be embarrassing? You bought the cheapest solution available. You did some research. You got your prices so low. You bought the cheapest product. You're like, I saved $10,000. Tyler was trying to charge me Basin Rover for 20. I bought one for 7. I saved $13,000. Woohoo! You're going to get an email from your customer and they're going to say, this file sucks. That's going to be the worst email you could open up as a business owner. That $13,000 you just saved just cost you $50,000 because they're not going to call you to do the work the rest of the year. You cut a corner, they caught you, and it cost you. You went the cheap route and it caught up with you on your first job. I'm telling you, you can buy good GPS receivers or you can buy cheap ones. There's a difference between cheap and good. It doesn't always work. It takes 5 times as long. All of this costs you. It's all adding up. It's dragging you down. How long do you want to get dragged down? Why are we doing that to ourselves? You're charging pretty pennies for this work. You are spending 5 days locating and marking utilities and you whip out a cheap GPS to survey and map it all. No. Would a surveyor do that? No. Would an engineer do that? No. Why would a locator? See, my goal at Centerline Mapping is to help you rise above the stigma that utility locators are not as valuable as a surveyor or an engineer. Oh, it's just a utility. It's not a property corner. You're not good as us. It's just a gas line. You know that your services are free. Why would we pay you? That's pretty much the stigma attached to locators, and that's bullshit. Locating utilities is harder than finding a damn property corner when they give you angles and distances to go find the damn thing. They don't give us anything. And we're just expected to just show up and find it all? That's why I don't understand if you're charging all this money, $1,500 to $2,400 a day, to mark utilities for engineers and facility owners. Why are we not surveying and mapping it the same way an engineer and surveyor would? You got an engineer and surveyor here, and locators are just down here. No, you guys need to be up here with them. Your daily rate needs to be the same as them, if not more, because nobody else is going to mark a gas line good accurately. Who else is going to do it? 811? No, you. I want locators to be able to survey and map better than the surveyor and the engineer because they're not doing it. They're going to go out and they're going to survey 811 paint marks, which are put down not as good as they should be because they don't have the proper tools, time, equipment, and training to even do it. So when you got a locator that can mark it to within a couple inches on the ground and then survey and map it, you guys are more valuable than the engineer and the surveyor. That is what I'm trying to get through to you. When you map it with sub-meter dinky GPS, network RTK receivers that you only spent $2,000 on, you go back down here. That's where you belong. You belong up here when you use proper surveying and mapping equipment on top of proper locating equipment. You guys are up here. I want to see you charging $3,000 a damn day. That's what I want. You don't charge that when your data is not repeatable. If they can do a better job surveying it, they'll just do it themselves. If you can locate and survey and map, you belong up here. You belong up here. $2,400 a day minimum to locate, mark, designate, pothole, survey, and map tied to project control. It's all repeatable points. Trees don't get in your way. Buildings don't mess up your signal. You belong up here. These guys need you. Construction, engineers, superintendents, Facility owners, as bills, everybody needs utilities located. Get them surveyed and mapped with proper equipment. We have it in stock. I keep saying Basin Rovers is the way to go. You don't need internet. You don't have to pay an annual RTK subscription. In Virginia, it's like $2,400 a year per unit, per person. You don't have to pay that, and you don't need internet. You don't have to be close to a base. You bring your own base. You invest in your own base, and you don't deal with internet, subscriptions, none of that. Distances, you got to be like 5 or 10 miles from a base for it to work well if you're going over a network. You're not always within 10 miles, and that's if you have internet. Not all job sites have internet. They don't. That's the truth. There are places where you will go that don't have internet, and then your GPS receiver won't work. I am very frustrated because I know you guys belong up here. At minimum, you belong on a level playing field. And I'm seeing why we are held down. I'm seeing why. Because we want to save money on a GPS. We want to get our feet wet with it, but we don't want training. We can do it. We can put colors on a map. It's not that hard, Tyler. You're buying the cheapest solution offering the cheapest results. You're going to get stuck down here. These guys are going to stomp all over you. I want you guys up here. If you do it right, if you buy the proper equipment, if you take training, if you stick with centerline mapping and let us help you, we will get you up here. You're charging $600 a day, 8, 12. I want you up here at like $1,800, $2,400, $3,000 a day because they see the value that you bring to the table. They won't see that value if you keep using sub-meter GPS. Network RTK GPS with the cheapest GPS that you can find. Anybody can do research. Anybody can Google RTK receiver and save money. Guess what? It's costing you. It's time to stop letting that GPS receiver cost you money. Buy the GPS receivers that work. We have them in stock. Buy an S900 Plus RTK GNSS receiver Basin Rover combo from Centerline Mapping. 2 days of training is free of charge in Smithfield, Virginia, and 6 months of mapping support, mapping services done for you, along with videos that shows you just exactly how we use the software to deliver the results. When you buy a Basin Rover, that is what we do. 2 free trainings, 2 free days of training in Smithfield, Virginia. If you only want 1 day, that's fine. Just do 1 day. If you don't want any days, that's fine too. We can help you via phone calls. I prefer you to come in person to Smithfield and we go through 2 days of training. There's no questions. I've answered them all. You go to your first job, you're good. Good to go. Why do you want to sit on the phone on your first job with me? No. Train before you use it, get comfortable, get up to speed, and then when you get to your first job, you can just break it out and go. Boom, done. Send me the file. I will create the final PDF maps for you. You don't have to worry about it. You approve it, and you send it to your customer with your logo on it. They don't know about me. They don't have to know about me. I'm on your team. I'm your employee for 6 months. I am your GIS professional for 6 months, free of charge when you buy the Basin Rover. You have the best equipment. You have no limitations. You have the best performance you could ever have with a Basin Rover. It's almost like using a total station, except you don't have to keep line of sight between your Basin Rover. You don't have to deal with prisms. You don't have to set the total station up 5 times. All of these things are gone. It's the perfect solution for mapping utilities. And I'm giving you all these complimentary options and services to go along with your purchase. So you can think about that. You could work with somebody else who might not offer all this. They might not be able to answer your questions about the software. You might get stuck. More time is wasted. They won't make your final deliverables for you. You'll have to figure all that out. What do you want to do? Do you want to buy the best equipment for the job and get the job done right the first time, or do you want to save money to lose money later? Invest your money in the best equipment that you can so you can get the job done right. I have the products right here. We have them in stock. I'm ready to ship them to you. Are you ready to put your money into the best equipment that you can possibly put it in so that you can deliver the results and charge premiums for it? Because you can't charge premiums for the other equipment. You cannot. Are you ready to work with Centerline Mapping? Are you ready to join our team so we can join yours? Pick up the phone and give me a call. Pick up the phone, give me a call. I got my phone right here. I am waiting for you to call and say, I'm ready, Tyler. Ask me a couple questions. I'll walk you through it all. Give me a call. Time is limited. I cannot work with everybody for 6 months. There's a couple spots open. All right, I'm waiting for you to call.